Lexi right here.
Oh my gosh, me and twins.
All right, we're going to begin with an opening statement from Coach Jack, and then we will take questions for the student athletes. We're joined by Sophie, Lexi, and Georgia today. And just remember, when you raise your hand and I call on you, please state your name and your media outlet.
It's just simple. We don't want to be done yet. You know, we really, really are a good team. And I thought that was 33. I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy understands the game. And that's my number, but it's not at 33. But I just love the way we flew around the floor. I love the way we took the lead and we lost the lead and we didn't panic and we got back together, raised our hands on mistakes. That's the sign of young ladies trying to become phenomenal women. It takes a strong person to say, it was my fault, I own it. And we've done a lot of that. We beat a good team. And we're just excited about being able to show you who we are and continue to get better.
Take questions for just the student athletes. We'll start here with Maddie.
Maddie Hartzig, Syracuse.com. This is for all three of the players. Coach has mentioned the word perseverance and persevering through tough times, I think, every single game throughout this year. For you guys to be able to clinch a spot in the ACC tournament through the ups and downs of this season, what has it meant? What has that word specifically meant to you guys?
I don't even know if we clinched the spot yet, but Lexi.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. We've been through a lot as a team, individually, and I feel like today really showed all the work that we put in to move past everything that we've experienced. And like Coach Jack just said to us in there, we got to get to Monday, and we did everything that we could to get us. And we don't know yet, but hopefully we've done everything that we can and continue to do everything that we can to get us to Monday.
Noah Nussbaum, Daily Orange. Georgia, my question's for you. Coming off a game where you gave up 80 points to Duke, just what did you think of the defensive effort today, holding Pitt to just 65?
Yeah, I think that we did a really good job of just executing the game plan. I think that Sanaya got us really prepared this week, and she just did such a good job that when we got into the game, like Coach just said this in our post-game, that it felt easy, and that's what the preparation is meant to be. So big props to Sanaya in that part, but also the rest of the team and the scout people and everyone and the coaches for giving us that game plan to be able to bounce back like that.
Georgia, Tim Wilcox, Daily Orange. What did it say about Sophie's character to come back after that injury and come back in the second half?
Yeah, I knew she was gonna come back. I'm like, come on, Sophie, come on.
Roz, we come back.
Yeah, we come back. We don't sit down for too long. 3 seconds? 2 seconds? All right.
She did
But-
take 4 at that time.
Yeah, 4. So I was like, come on now. But no, that's Soph. We just know that that's someone we can rely on. And she came back, she bounced back, she had some great frees, great rebounds, and just she really settles us on the floor. So Sophie did a great job today. Yeah.
As Sam Fetterman, Nudes Magician, Sophie, big fourth quarter. What kind of allowed you to break out with those couple buckets and ones in that 3 in the early stages of the fourth quarter that really pushed that lead out?
I think honestly, Coach Jack kind of had a little bit of a go at me. She said stop playing safe, so I was like, bit of a reality check, I think. And yeah, that's what I did. I just went out there and played basketball.
Tyler Aiken, Citrus TV. Georgia, Coach has talked a lot about needing more effort from the seniors, needing the seniors to come together over the last few weeks. Have you had any conversations with the rest of the seniors? Have you guys had any moments where you came together and made the decision to make sure you're finished out the season strong or anything like that?
Yeah, I think we really understood that it's now or ever. If we don't win this game and then the next game we have, it's over. And that reality that sets in and that brings something else out of you. And we know to lean and rely on each other in that moment because we don't want it to be over. We want to play through March. So just being able to see that and we have that emotion within us and each other just to come together and lean on each other to be able to get this win today and then hopefully the next one on Sunday.
Lexi, my question's for you. Tim Wilcox, Daily Orange. What is it like being a part of a guard room when today you have 2 guards with 9 assists?
I mean, we have a lot of options on the bench. If one goes down, somebody's ready to go, and we are always there for each other. So you might not get those minutes, but you're telling everybody what you see. You're saying you need to do this, you need to do this, and we're there for each other. There's no hard feelings. You may be getting my time, but this is a team thing at the end of the day. So I think one thing about us is we're always going to be there for each other. You're never going to see any animosity towards each other because at the end of the day, this is a team sport, and we're doing this as a team.
I got to add to that, You know, at halftime, everybody left the locker room, and Lexi stayed and told me, Coach, we got to run a certain play because they're switching everything. And if they switch everything, there's a guard that's going to be guarding our big, and that opened up the game. It just blew it out the water, and they couldn't adjust after we did that. And I thought that was the biggest thing that happened in the entire game, other than those guys hitting the shots. And so it takes all of us to stay locked in. And Lexi's been locked in all year with her conversation, with her play, with her practice, and with her truth. And for her to even want to help after not playing as many minutes as others playing, it says a lot about who she is, her character. And I got emotional in the locker room because I think that she's a stand-up person. I know that she got a coaching ability in her. She can be a great coach. And so just kudos to this young lady right here.
Noah Nussbaum, Daily Orange. Sophie, my question's for you. You guys forced 19 turnovers today. Just what do you think was going well in that department?
I think similar to what G said before, just our scout and our game plan defensively was really sound, and we stuck to it, and I think that showed.
Any more questions for student athletes? No. You guys?
Thanks, ladies.
All right,
Thank you.
bye-bye.
Appreciate you guys. Yeah, that's great.
All right, we'll take questions for Coach Jack and quotes for Coach Jack.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's San Federal Institution. Sophie said you told her to stop playing safe. What did you mean when you were saying she was playing safe, and how did you see her respond to that?
Well, she's going out to defensively, softly, wondering, do I need to come out? Do I need to go? Make a decision and live with it. It's desperation time. You got to go. Open shooters, shoot the ball. And I don't know what you're hesitating about. You're playing for a coach that says play free. And I just looked her right in her eyes, and she couldn't even turn away from me. I just looked at her. She had to understand this is not to anybody but to you. And she handled it like a woman. And she stepped up, and she took tough shots. Georgia went down, and instead of us calling a timeout, she's like, nope, I'm going to shoot that 3-ball. And once we hit that 3-ball, they got the injury situation. So I think that I'm getting tougher, and they're rising. And again, a lot of this that happened in the past had a lot to do with me trying to protect them, and now we're standing naked in front of each other saying, I need more, and I see your truth, let's go after it, and that's what that was about.
Tyler Aiken, Citrus TV. Coach, what were some of the moments today where you saw your seniors step up and give the effort they needed to throughout the game, where they just went above and beyond, they were doing things maybe they hadn't over the last few games that helped get the win today?
You know what, the biggest thing I saw the seniors do was surrender to a freshman. Shy got the ball, they gave her the ball, and they just got the heck out the way and let her do what she had to do. And they started going to a freshman. They're understanding that, you know what, let us see how we can get something out of this rookie. And she stepped up, and they showed that they trusted her, and she responded accordingly. I thought that was huge. I thought Izza was huge today. I thought her shooting the ball, not necessarily making the shots, her shooting the ball creates opportunities for us. And I just know that if she continues to take 9 of 10 shots a game, we have a better chance to win. I jumped on Kyra earlier in the game. She started turning the ball over a little bit too much. Got in her face a little bit, and she understood the assignment, and she rose to the occasion and started taking great shots for us. So I like what we're playing. I thought Dom led us a great deal today, a couple of mistakes, but, you know, we're playing desperate basketball means I got to be a desperate coach, and I got to tell them the truth, and there's no time to sugarcoat this thing.
Tim Wilcox, Daily Orange. Coach, how did it feel to see that fourth quarter push toward the end?
I just know that we're a fourth quarter team, and what we have been doing was allowing the first quarter to slip away. And so we really concentrated on the first quarter in practice the last 2 days so that we can start the practice differently. We started practice instead of taking, open shots and soft stuff. We jumped right into shell drill early so that we can get our minds ready to go after some things. And then we ended practice with, a drill that we call box out drill. So we think that we can sandwich in there in the middle and do well, but the first quarter and the fourth quarter, I think that if we own that, we have a chance.
Maddie Hertzig, Syracuse.com. Pitt had 8 players that they were available today. How do you as a coach navigate when your opponent has such a small roster and you have your full roster at your disposal?
I coached at Indiana. I had 6 players my first year. We won 20 games. The one thing about the less numbers, kids play freer when you have less numbers. And when you play in free, you don't have a care that you missed a shot or 2 or 3. You keep playing because there's nobody else coming to help. And it's almost a good thing. You know, sometimes people feel like I can't play my full self because, you know, if I make a mistake, somebody's going to sub me out and get me. You know, they don't have that luxury. And for that, I think Coach doing a brilliant job with his young. He had 2 great players on his team that he selected to move off the team because the culture he's trying to build there. This conference is the real deal from the top to the bottom.
Noah Nussbaum, Daily Orange. Just going back to your ability to force turnovers, how do you think that propelled your guys' win today?
You know, we've been doing a lot of reaching and a lot of, referee, just play defense with your feet. And we've been really getting after that in the last couple of days and just moving our feet more. And as we get beat, that's okay. Your teammate's supposed to be there to help the helper. The helper, it needs to be there. And so we went back to the basics, and it got better. Thank you.
Tyler Sainsbury, 247 Sports. After Pitt managed to cut the lead to single digits before the half, what was the message going into halftime for the third quarter?
Going into the third quarter or the fourth quarter?
Well, the second half.
Third quarter, you know, we knew that they were a very good third quarter team. We had to try to manage that. But we knew that we were going to come out and we're not going to be tired because we've been working too hard. And so when they cut the lead, I just said, no, we got them right where we want them. They feel like they can beat us. But we're not playing them. We're playing for our mirror. Let's go show our mirror who we are. And that's what we ended up doing. I thought Sophie stepped up really well. I thought Kyra was demanding and commanding the ball on the block. When she was able to do that, Georgia's able to be freer. And I think that young lady said some bad things at Georgia, and that woke her up. She said, call 2 plays to me in a row, coach. I'm like, okay. Smart enough to know when to get out the way and let the kids play.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for all this. Stick with us. We're on our way.
Thanks, Coach.